in with Vince Vanderberg and Tristan, who is a good friend of Vince's son, 17-year-old Ridge.
Yes.
Okay, so Ridge is like this golden-haired, popular kid at Corona del Sol High School until July. What happened in July?
He had been practicing archery, and he was with a couple of his buddies, and he strung himself with his hitting the arm with the striker. And it swelled up, and it got really sore. So we took it out to our neighborhood doctor, and our doctor said he doesn't have any equipment to diagnose it. So we took him down to the hospital, the emergency room, and hospital times were a little slow most time. So we were there for about 5 hours, and they had done an ultrasound on me, ran blood tests on it, and we came in with the emergency room doctor, another doctor, an oncologist, and a nurse, and said, so I looked at her and I said, this isn't good. So they said they found the blood clot was gone, and they also dropped the bomb on us that, yeah,
And you had no knowing that this was coming.
Nothing. He had no fever, no swelling, no discoloration, skin, nothing.
So one day, your world was basically turned upside down.
Yeah. We were, actually, he had to work with me that day because he was a senior in high school. And he was working with me, and he seemed fine. There was nothing wrong with him. He wanted to go out and go shooting archery again that night, and we chose not to go down to the doctors. That's when they dropped the bomb on us, and I was absolutely devastated because I've known a few people in my past that had leukemia, and they all passed from it. It was, to me, I thought it was a death sentence because I didn't know any better. Now I know there's good life.
And who told you about that last year?
All the doctors heard this. They felt it out immensely. I've been so educated by the nurses, the doctors, the staff, everybody here. They're just educated me. And now I know there's good hope.
So he's not rocking the blonde locks and bald head for the Kingos, right? And but he's got a lot of support from his school. And I know, Tristan, you're here for your friend. Rich cannot leave his room. So Rich is not even allowed to go play in the games or anything, okay? He cannot leave his room. And so his dad and his best friend are here keeping him company. And Tristan, there's some special things the high school has done too, like a football game recently.
Yeah, we made shirts for him that says Rich and Aspect Strong in the back, and then we have these wristbands that say Great for Rich, and just like letters and everything. The shirts just sold out in the last few games, so that's good. But we're still selling the wristbands at the game, just to keep raising money, and we have a big rush this last Saturday.
Alright, so I bet he hates being stuck in that room, doesn't he?
Yeah, like, even though he's still like a lot of friends that come to see him, just still stuck, like, not able to leave, and like, keep cramped in one room.
Well, thank goodness he's here, because if there's any hospital you want to be stuck in a room with again, Phoenix Children's Hospital, especially as a 17-year-old, right? And Dad, you're getting the support you need from the staff here as well.
Yes, I'm getting a lot of support from the staff. And for him being a 17-year-old, damn, he's interesting.
Wait, is Dad talking or is this a 17-year-old talking?
That's my son talking. The hair just one after another.
I have one question. Did the archery injury in some way save his life?
Yes. It brought us to the hospital to have it checked out, but it had nothing to do with the cancer.
So if he had never gotten the archery injury, you may have not diagnosed the cancer for a long time.
Yeah, he would have got really sick and gone through probably quite a few different, coming down to the hospital, and they would probably send him home with maybe just some antibiotics or something like that. Until they like and found out that he had cancer.
All right, so right now the phones are quiet because I know a lot of people are listening to this story and they're relating it to their families, to their kids. and how their life can also be turned upside down at a moment's notice. So you have a very captive audience. Why should they give to PCH?
The Children's Hospital here is doing so much for cancer research, and the people here are so knowledgeable and helpful with not only with the disease itself, cancer and all the other things, but to help the families, to the support for us at home, the support for my wife and myself, my two daughters, one's up at NAU right now, and they've given us support to help her out there, and it's amazing all the outpouring of love from this hospital. It's amazing.
All right, 602-933-4567. If Bridget's story has touched you, thank you so much. And thank you also, Tristan, for coming out here and helping us learn a little bit more about Bridget. 602-933-4567. You can become a miracle maker. This is living proof that your donations matter, just listening to Bridget's story.
We got to do something about the Ridge. He's in a room here at PCH. He can't leave, couldn't come down for the interview, and he's sick, and he's not feeling good, and his friends are here, and let's do something for him.
And his school is supporting him.
Isn't that awesome?
It's a great job. His dad's got a Cancer Sucks button on right now, and yeah, for Rich, I mean, we want you to donate, and for anybody that has ever had cancer or knows somebody that's had cancer with what Rich is going through right now, you can make a donation on behalf of Rich. He's 17 years old, and he's got leukemia, and he's having a tough time with it. His friends, his family here to support him. So make a donation at 602-933-4567. That's 602-933-4567. You got some good news on this donation, Larry?
Let's do a Wells Fargo match. Wells Fargo is awesome. They want a match. Let's do this for Rich. Let's make sure that he's up in his hospital room right now and he feels the love of everybody in the valley. Your donation now, for Rich. Do it for Rich. Yes.
Rich is listening right now.
Well, let's let him hear the phones ring. Meant something to you. That his story, here's a kid that was playing, shooting a bow, archery, and he finds out he's got leukemia. He goes to the doctor because he's got an injury to his arm, and he finds out he's got leukemia, and now he's fighting for his life. What would make him feel good is the phone's ringing. That would make him feel good that his story means something to everybody listening. Call 602-933-4567, and we'll give you a pair of Suns tickets. Call 602-933-4567. Become a miracle maker, $20 per month. You heard Ridge's story. He wishes he could be here with us, but he can't. He's in a room in the hospital. He can't leave. He's not allowed to leave the room. He can't go play games. He can't go walk around. He's in his room. He's dealing with leukemia, and you can help him right now. Let's hear the phones ring for Ridge. 602-933-4567. We're in a Wells Fargo match. Gatos. So we're going to match your dollar for dollar, and not only the Suns tickets. If you don't want the Suns tickets, you've got other options that you can take too.
You do $20 Walgreens gift card, pizza from Hungry Howie's. Jamie, what do you got over there?
Well, I just thought it was interesting how his dad has talked about, in an instant, their whole life. They had a healthy 17-year-old popular kid in high school, into sports, into archery, into hunting, into bowling. He was on the volleyball team. I mean, they take him to the doctor over a slight injury, and their whole life was turned upside down. Thank goodness for PCH.
Right.
That PCH is one of the top hospitals in the world for treating children and treating children with these diseases. And it's right there.
Listen, a lot of us, my mom had cancer. A lot of people that I know have had cancer. I mean, if you've had a tragedy in your family, if you've had somebody that you've had cancer, I know somebody that's had cancer, a family member that had cancer, this is a great time to donate right now because we've got a kid upstairs listening right now. His dad's here, his buddy's here, and nothing would make him feel better right now than knowing that his story and what he's going through means something. And all you have to do is call 602-933-4567.
We'll be out there.
I just want to update everybody on the phones. They are ringing. They are ringing for Rich. We got a couple lines open, but they are ringing for Rich. Let's fill the last couple in the room right now. Let's do it for a kid who's upstairs and can't join us down here like everybody else. Let's make him feel good. Let's make him like.
And say a prayer for him too. Say a prayer for him. Include him in your prayers. Because him and his family, they need it.
Let's make him feel good tonight so you can go to sleep and say, you know what, people heard my story and they were affected by my story and they donated to the hospital that's going to help me. 602-933-4567. 602-933-4567. Just become a monthly miracle maker.